There we are. Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you may be. And happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. I assume it's Halloween. I don't really know. It seems like Halloween is kind of like an important, unimportant holiday, you know, and because of which, it seems like every city and every town has Halloween on a different day, despite what it has on the calendar. But happy Hallows Eve. And I am, of course, your host, CB Smallwood, here with you this spectacular evening. And, I figured that today, what we would do, I'm just kind of clicking everything. I'm clicking it all. I'm clicking all the buttons. You like that? You like all this technology I got going on? So I wanted to do a quick update. We'll see how this goes. Very, very, very quick update. Just 5 minutes into it. I've not really had time to draw. I've not had time to do anything but work. I'm a night owl by nature, and I'm working now a day job where I have to get up like 5 in the morning. It's insane. I hate it. And but I'm getting paid really good to get up early in the morning, so that's great. And for once, I've got money coming in, and we're living a somewhat comfortable lifestyle. So I'm appreciative and thankful for that. But the trouble is trying to find that nice ebb and flow to where I can do sketching past midnight shows, where I can draw, which is the most important thing, and also make comics and just whatever else. And I've not been able to really answer comments or messages. Well, I could have if I really tried, but you know me, I suck. And so that's where I've been. I've not had time to really read anything. I've not had time to do much of anything. And this is the first thing that I've really sat down and drawn in a while. So, first of all, part of this quick update, I know it's kind of hard to do because we don't have a Zoom, but this is one of the pages of the Wildcat reboot that I've been working on. I apologize for the glare here. Wonder if we can just do. You can see it better without the light a little bit. I know it's grainy. It's grainy just in time for Halloween. But basically, the fox is waking up from a nightmare that's really disturbing. So I wanted to show her sleeping in her bedroom, and then we go over here, and I was kind of zooming in and kind of giving you a vibe of that. And I've really, really struggled with this face. It's not the face I want, but I think it's the face that I may go with. The hand gestures are still a work in progress and all this other stuff. I'm working on some of the background elements. So there you go. Let's get the light on again. So I really appreciate everybody that's tuning in live and everyone that's going to be tuning in the replay. And again, this is going to be a quick video if I can help it. I just really wanted to update everybody, and I'm totally unprepared. I don't really have any fun stories to share with you for the spectacular Halloween thing. I may save that for, if I can do another one soon. I may save that for another episode. Who knows? But I have something I want to show you guys. Okay, this is just the icing on the cake for the Wildcat reboot that I'm working on. What I want to show you is this. Now, this is not an optical illusion. This is not, you're not dreaming. This is something that is tangible and real. It's in my hands. This is not a Photoshop effect. And here they are. Now, one other person has seen these. That's within our group of awesome friends. But my fellow cat fanatics, here it is. These are the proofs of the proofs of the proofs. Yeah. Robert Johnston helped a lot and getting these together. I'm very thankful for RJ Johnston for doing that. We see that we've got his spine designs on there. He helped, well, I shouldn't say helped. He did these, did an awesome job, and they blend really well with the covers. We've got, my back cover design things. I don't know if I should hide that, but there you go. And, I guess we'll flip through. This looks nice. And let me tell you something about this. And this, I got these printed at Comics Wellspring. I know you can't really tell. You can't tell, but when I look at it in the light, there's like a fine indentations on the word Wildcat and the Empire logo. And also down here where it says Anthology Volume 1, you can feel it slightly. So that's really nice. I don't know if that's like an unintended thing or an intended thing, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not very, very obvious, but it's there. So yeah. These things are real. And we'll flip through it real quickly. I mean, there you go. I mean, this is a comic book. We've got everything that I designed, conceived, and then we got RJ Johnston helping with the execution, and then this book wouldn't be possible without all these awesome people. I'm sorry, all these awesome people contributing stories and artwork and lettering and gray toning and writing and penciling and inking and all that wonderful stuff, so that's all there. We've got this little thank you section. I'm sorry that the lighting is not the best in the world. But I like how I did this. I thought this turned out really nice. I only wish that I didn't feel so constrained for time. I would have did 2 extra pages to really elaborate on things and stuff like that. But I'm happy with it. I mean, it looks nice. Trying to fix this light. I think this is better lighting now, much better. Don't you think? So, and I am reading the comments, by the way. I'm just not answering them. I'm trying to hurry up and get through this video. I will answer the comments soon, but yeah, I gotta get the soundtrack up on the website in case anybody does this. And so that means I'm going to have to do some graphic designing here soon before the books actually, end up in backers' hands. So we, got to get that done. But, I kind of took a break, was wore out, was killed. I think this wore out RJ as well a little bit there toward the end. Because it is, man, it can be fatiguing to put this stuff together, and everyone has done a awesome, fantastic job of contributing and adding stuff. There's always stuff that we can do better, and I think once everybody reads it, you'll as artists, as writers, as creative individuals, will be able to look at it and would be like, oh man, I wish that I did this with that, or I did this here, or did that there, and all this other stuff. Oh, I designed these. I made these advertisements, by the way. These are real advertisements for people on Etsy. So I did this for free. I just wanted to, help people out on Etsy, and I thought it gave the book a cool aesthetic. You don't really see ads anymore in comics, and I always feel like ads kind of date things in the time that you live in a really cool way. So, yeah. Attack mode. There's this big 13-page beast. And check it out. I don't know if this is really kosher, but we even have a serial killer, necrophiliac, makes a guest appearance in this book. We got all kinds of cool things going on here. This is something else that I got to get ready for the newempirecomics.com. I need to get membership cards ready to go. But yeah, this is pretty cool. The Scaredy Cats. This is another Etsy thing. I pretty much picked out people's Etsy's that I really liked and got up with them and to see if they would be interesting. Look at that. Pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, so now the people on Etsy, they don't endorse this book. It's just not their endorsement. Here's pretty cool. I wanted to get some people in indie comics to share their books, put free ads in this sucker. And so managed to get this in here, Infinitel Chronicles or Infinitel Chronicles, The War of the Trees. Book 2 in production now, coming soon to Indiegogo. They did an awesome job making this ad. I didn't make this ad. They made this ad. It's really good. Yeah. Oh man, that looks like a comic book, doesn't it? Doesn't this stuff look like a comic book? Did you see the stuff in here, Sideburns? I mean, you're in here. There you are. Look at that. But you're used to seeing that. You anthology beast, man. He's Captain Anthology. Let me answer some of these comments. Let me quit being rude. Josh, our most excellent friend, says, Happy Halloween, CB. Happy Halloween to you too. And he says, nice, in reference to the anthology. Nice to see them in real life. I agree. Happy Halloween, CB. Happy Halloween to you too. Komanga. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Our fantastic friend here with us on this Hallows Eve. He says, what book is this? This looks cool. This is the Wildcat Anthology Volume 1. I don't know if you can still purchase it on Indiegogo because, I put it in demand. So I think there's still a chance for you to get a copy from Indiegogo. Well, actually, it'll be coming from me, but this is the variant cover. I think this looks pretty badass. I was actually going to use this in the reboot for the Wildcat first issue, but what was it? I was trying to remember. What was the problem? Oh, I needed the variant cover and I needed one quick. So I got this bad boy out. I got my main man, I1, to color it. And he did an awesome job. He also colored this too. Now, I drew this just for the anthology. So this is what you're looking at, These both have, of course, the same material within them. It's just different covers. The paper stock is really nice. It is kind of newsprinty. It doesn't have a newsprint smell, though. This is almost like photocopy paper, but slightly thicker. I think my only complaint is like the printing came out slightly darker. But there's no way to know how something prints until it's printed, right? And that's the reason you get a proof. But I think, in my opinion, that this book looks good the way it is. I feel like the printer added its own charm to it, for better and for worse. That's a nice looking page, isn't it? I think it's pretty cool. Let me get rid of this so you can see. Yeah, I think that looks nice. But super excited, I mean, when I got these, I didn't really show my excitement. It was more internal because, I've worked on this off and on for 2 or 3 years, and so has, many of my excellent friends. But here this thing is. Here it is. Oh wow. That is so cool. Let me answer some more comments. So I cannot be rude. Cyburn says, yay. Let me tell you, this guy is legit. He is the anthology man. He's done like 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 of these. Well, this is his first one of Wildcat, but he's done a lot of anthologies. He is a beast. And he's currently, I wonder, there's an ad in here for his book. I know it's here. I'll find it. I bet it's in the back. I bet this is in the back, his ad for his book. I'm sorry if this is make you all blurry-eyed, if I'm flipping too fast. Here it is. Let me get rid of Cyburn's thing. Duckling Star, okay? That's his book that he's working on. And look, I love this. You can scan that right there, and it will take you places, okay? That's nice. I wish we could have done that for everybody, but I think it's like a time constraint thing and all this other stuff, and also design elements. It has to fit on there, and that turns into a lot of work. I saw the original Hellraiser last night. I loved it. It's great. The first two I really like, and then I think the third one was good too. I don't want to spoil it, but after that, it's kind of hit or miss. I was going to watch the remake that they did with the Lady Hellraiser and give that a shot. I watched the first 5 minutes of it. Me and my son did, but we didn't get to really finish it. And I'm going to try and promote it on my channel soon. Awesome. I love that. I hope you're not just talking about Hellraiser, I'm talking about Wildcat too. That variant cover has Dale Keown vibes. Definitely. Yes, Dale Keown's a big influence of mine. It doesn't always show in my work, sometimes goofball stuff comes out. I get Eric Larson a lot. And I like Eric Larson, he's an influence for real. Yeah. But I don't try to do Eric Larson. I think we're similar animals, him and I. And so I think that's the reason that stuff comes out the way it does. Our newfound friend, Komanga. I just discovered you through one of your GIMP instructional videos on comic book coloring. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. I'm glad that you're here. I feel like I can do a much better job on the GIMP videos with showing stuff and everything like that. I'm really glad that you took the time to watch them, and I sincerely hope that you found them helpful. Right now, I'm really big into Krita because Krita's free. I like free software, and it's a lot of people that do manga and comics, they're using Krita. I also like MediaBang Paint, but for whatever reason, they're not Linux friendly, so I hate that. That sucks. Oh, the most excellent one, Corey Barton, is here. He says, hey, everyone. Hey, Corey, I really appreciate you taking the time to tune in. That sounds insincere, but I am being very sincere when I say that. I struggle showing enthusiasm that I feel on the inside. Landon, the fantastic one, is here with us. Hey, CB. Hey to you, good sir. So flipping through this book, I did this. Well, my contributions to it. I did my contributions to it. Working at a job and doing this at work in my spare time whenever I could. And it was just it took a while. Fun story about this. The first 2 pages of this was actually supposed to be featured in somebody else's comic book. You know, I was they had offered to let me do 4 pages, and then for whatever reason it didn't work out, and I didn't get to do those 4 pages. So I had like 2 pages of this, and I needed to add more content to this book. So I used these 2 pages that you see right here. And you gotta love this stuff. You know, Chainsaw Ninjas. I know you can't see it really well. I'm getting ready to get off here soon. Family's pulling in. My son's a wild child. And then here's this. Hush, Rocky. Nobody wants to hear you. It's all about me. But I'm happy with this. I'm very glad that I did this because I learned so much from doing it in terms of lettering, in terms of layout, design, drawing, and stuff like that. You know, the only way that you can really get good at comics is to make comics. I like this panel. I was channeling. I didn't look at Jim Lee, but like my whole focus like I want this panel to be Jim Lee, something that Jim Lee might do. Okay, so we're on this page. Oh, I had a problem with this. Like I was trying to wrap things up because I worked on it forever, and at some point you just got to finish things and call it a day. This page should have been like 3 pages. So I crammed like 3 pages worth of material and put it into 1 page. And it shows. Look at this dialogue. It's almost as much as Chris Claremont dialogue. But I hope it doesn't read like Claremont dialogue, even though I like him as a writer. He can be a little tedious. And then here, I was trying to challenge myself with the 9-panel grid. I was like, let's see what I can do here. Again, I need to put 2 or 3 pages worth of story and try to put it in 1 page and see if I can pull that off. Yeah. I'm happy with how this turned out. There's things that I wished I could have done better and all this other stuff, but it's one of these things. Here's a last minute submission. We got our good buddy Frank Salazar sending in his work. Okay. Another last minute submission. Oh, I want to say though about Frank, he got his done like in like 2 or 3 seconds. I mean, he was that quick. He's very, very efficient. And this story here is a 2-parter. It actually is going to get wrapped up if we ever do another one of these anthologies.
I need help, Dad, because I want you to help me open the drawer that has the umbrella in it.
The umbrella? You don't need to fool with the umbrella.
Well, I just want the umbrella.
Well, I might help you here in a minute.
Okay.
Okay. And in the back, we got this who's who. It's basically everybody that worked in the anthology. I tried my best to put everybody's qualifications in, and it was down to the wire. I didn't get all of the backstory on everybody that's involved, so I had to kind of investigate and figure it out myself on some of it. But I think this turned out pretty cool. And the cool thing is you can actually kind of look these people up. So like for Allison McGlone, you can go to her Facebook and look up Art of Allison McGlone. You can go to her Instagram. Got the advertisement for the reboot of the Wildcat first issue. Is he man or beast? Most folks just call him the Dead Man Walking. Wildcat, coming soon from New Empire Comics. Don't miss out on this book, newempirecomics.com. And then we got the, save a little bit of money. Not much by putting this ad in the back. Then, of course, we got the back cover. And I think this explains Wildcat pretty well for those that don't know. Dean Lazarus, the man known as Wildcat, is a creature of the night. With no memory of who he is or where he's from, he drifts from one adventure and mishap to another, being hunted by killers who want him dead. Over 40 years ago, Wildcat was poisoned with uranium, brutally murdered, and buried in an overgrown cemetery in the Forgotten Forest. Finding himself emerged from his grave, he begins his journey for answers to what happened to him and to whether he is man or beast. His quest for answers is cut short as he is somehow transported to the world of Bardo Thadal, a realm between reality and dreams. It is there he is being tortured for the answers to someone else's questions. And it says, what would you do if you were trapped in a land of nightmares? So, there you go. Yeah, I think this turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it.
Do the other comic?
The other one, yeah, well, it's the same thing. They just, I got the variant cover and I got this cover.
You're showing everybody.
Yeah, I did.
You already?
Rocky, hush.
Shut up, Rocky.
And so, again, this page is of the rebooted first issue of Wildcat, and I've struggled with this face. I'm wanting a very cool looking face. I don't feel like I captured it. It's been a battle. The hands, don't pay attention to those because those are still a work in progress. She's basically having a nightmare.
Yeah, she's having a nightmare of terror.
Yeah, that's correct. And
yes.
And the layout is kind of Sam Keithy, Gene Colan. You ever seen Gene Colan's Tomb of Dracula?
Yeah, and my name is The Boss of Fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and in the Tomb of Dracula stuff, it's very dreamy, and I don't know how he does it, but it seems to work well for him.
Can all of you guys remember the other videos my daddy did about me?
Yeah, you're in a few of them.
Yes.
All right, hang on some. Let's see. Corey says, happy to be here. Awesome. Everybody showing Corey some love. Looks cool. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. I think your stuff looks cool as well. I really like, I'm digging that avatar, and I really like the
face.
Yeah, the face. Like, well, it's not just the face. It's like
it's the eyes and the mouth and the cheek.
Like the coloring that he does.
Yeah, and the cheek is like tearing apart.
Yeah, yeah. And the coloring is like,
it's so cool. It's green, like poison.
It's
like
got it's got, like, I'm not saying it's where he got it from, but like hints of this colorist named Liquid. But more like Top Cow when Top Cow was firing on all cylinders, when you had like Steve Fairchild. I don't know how to pronounce it. And
it's Fairchild.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, Fairchild.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with what you said, and well, not quite Dean White, but it's there too. And like, love those colors.
Why would we just text our own person? Why is there a text name for? Because we're gonna text our own person.
Josh asked at Sideburns, what other anthology books have you done? He's done them all. That's the answer.
Why are you back here?
See,
get out of here.
Josh asked, will you do a Wildcat anthology too someday? Yeah, I'm interested in doing it.
Yeah, me too.
My focus is on 3 things, maybe 4. Is doing the Wildcat reboot. Trying to get that done. I've got a bunch of pages actually done for it. I'm just wanting to iron out the story and have it something be really enjoyable. And I want it to not be a chore to read. I want you to feel immersed the more that you read it, and I want it to look very, very cool. And so that's my goal. Here.
I wanted to see my face.
Well, stick your head right here. Turn. You got to turn toward the camera, not the screen. Look at the camera. You got to look this way.
I want to go on the other side, people.
No, you don't have to go on the other side.
I can't.
Yeah, well, you're going. Look. You're here. Turn. Look at the camera. Yeah, see, they're not going to be able to see because you're in darkness. All right, that's enough now. Here, move. All right, so anyway, I want to do that. I want to do my take on a public domain hero called Super American, so I can just work the kinks out as an artist and not worry about perfectionism. I want to do also my book Monster Patrol. So that's my top 3 projects.
Yay.
And then maybe after that, another anthology. If people's actually interested in it. I don't know if there's interest in it or not. I do like Liquid Colorist. I reference a lot of stuff on Michael Turner's Witchblade. It shows. Yes. I knew you had that Top Cow flavor. Cooper.
Why?
Get up now. Come on. Let's see. So that's pretty much it, folks. I want to do a short broadcast because I got to go to bed and I have to do the whole get up at 5 a.m. in the morning and everything. I think these are still available, maybe on Indiegogo. I did have it set on in demand, but after so long, if no one's backed the book, that Indiegogo just shuts down the in demand thing themselves. And so if any of this interests any of you, feel free to check it out. It is, oh my gosh, I can't remember how many pages this turned out to be. I think it's over 100 pages.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
I think it's 20 billion.
Well, don't take his word on it. It could be 20 billion, but I know it was at least 80, but I think it ended up being 100 pages or so.
Yeah, or 20 billion.
And let's see, what was the other thing I was going to say? But I'll try to do another Sketching Past Midnight video here soon, where I go and give you all the weird news and scary news, a little bit more charming and personable, and have something more to offer. And I just want to say, as I knock my speakers down, much love to everybody. Thank you for all tuning in, those that tuned in live and in the replay. Cooper.
Funny when he took down the speaker.
Well, yeah. Well, here you caused me to lose train of thought. Be quiet for a second. But anyway, upwards and onwards, friends. Be the change that you want to see. Be the tide that lifts all ships. I believe that if you truly got righteousness on your side, that, you know, Mighty Forces will come to your aid. And as always, carpe diem, my friends. I got like 20 things I always say at the end, but you know what I'm trying to say. Much love, be good to one another, and I will see you hopefully in the next video.